Ever found yourself in a situation where you're trying to make a transaction with Google Pay, only to be met with the Google Pay UPI limit exceeded error? This error signifies that you've hit a UPI limit on your account. The National Payments Corporation of India, or NPCI, has put certain transaction restrictions in place as a security measure to combat fraud. These restrictions can take many forms, such as a limit on the maximum amount per transaction, the maximum amount that can be transferred in a day, the maximum number of transactions per hour, and the maximum number of transactions in a day. The UPI limit can vary depending on your bank and your UPI service provider. If you've made sure you haven't exceeded any UPI limit but are still receiving the error, there could be some outstanding amount in your bank account. If that's not the case, it's possible there are temporary issues with the Google Pay system or app. So, how does one go about fixing the Google Pay UPI limit exceeded error? First, you should know that a user can make a maximum of 20 transactions per day. If you've hit this limit, you'll need to make further payments via bank transfer or use a different bank account linked with UPI. If you haven't made 20 UPI transactions but are still encountering the error, you might be exceeding the per transaction amount limit. Try making the payment with a lower amount or look up the amount limit per UPI transaction for your bank. If none of the UPI limits have been met and you're still receiving the error, check for an outstanding balance on your bank account. If there's no outstanding amount and you haven't hit any UPI limits, there could be technical issues with the Google Pay app or system. To address this, try updating the Google Pay app, force quit and relaunch the app, clear the app's cache data, or restart your phone. If the error persists, the problem might lie with your bank or the Google Pay system. In summary, the Google Pay UPI limit exceeded error occurs when you've hit a UPI limit on your account. These limits can range from transaction amount to number of transactions, and they vary depending on your bank and UPI service provider. If you're still receiving the error despite not exceeding any limits, check for an outstanding balance or technical issues with the app. To resolve the error, ensure you haven't hit the daily limit of transactions. Try reducing the transaction amount, check for an outstanding balance, or troubleshoot potential technical issues with the app. If you like this information, don't forget to subscribe, and for more tech updates visit queries.com.